Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Tatiana. Next to me I have Alaia the Cavalier, and her brother Koby is also with us. Today we wanted to share with you some of our favorite Cavalier puppy essentials that have worked wonderful for us from the beginning and have made a difference. Starting with her crate, I wanted to make sure that when we got her a crate that she had plenty of space to move around and she didn't feel that it was a punishment to be inside. When she was little and we first got her, she started with a 30-inch long crate, and then eventually she graduated to a 36-inch long crate. I like to keep a blanket inside just in case, and plenty of toys for her, including her favorite plushies. Speaking of toys, we wanted to make sure that she had a variety of toys to entertain her, from the classic ball to more challenging toys. Especially when they're teething, it's very important to have a variety of chew toys so that way we can redirect that attention away from our fingers, arms, you name it. Also, throughout the house, we love to keep a variety of pet gates, baby gates, outdoor gates, indoors and outdoors, so that way we know that our puppies are safe and also that we are including them. For example, when I'm working out, I like to use a gate so that way she's able to see me, she feels included, and I get my workout done. Now for more home essentials, we like to use security cameras, baby monitors. Especially baby monitors were very useful for me to have peace of mind, especially at night. Other items that are very useful throughout the house are wet wipes, making sure that they're nice and clean, and of course this is more for us than for them. Lint rollers, plenty of them. For walking essentials, we have Alaia's leash over here, her harness, her collar, a GPS tracker, a fanny pack that I turned into a doggy fanny pack. I added a disposable bag holder, a clicker, and we have a spray bottle. The spray bottle is to reinforce some boundaries, which is a similar method used with cats whenever they're doing something that they're not supposed to. Now, I admit that this spray bottle is something that I utilize more on her brother than on her. Cavaliers are very smart, they're very attuned to your body language and cues, and with Alaia that was no exception. She learned boundaries and limitations very quickly earlier on. So when I take her out for a walk, of course I have her leash and I connect it to her harness. And I prefer to use a harness so that way I am not pulling on her neck and causing her to choke by accident. I like to use her collar to hold the essentials, which are her name tag with her name on one side and my information on the other side. And for extra peace of mind, a GPS tracker. And especially when they're training, it's always good to have treats available to reinforce those good behaviors. And I like that this fanny pack allows me to keep her treats on one side. And I also like to keep a section filled with paper towels that I have cut into smaller pieces so that way I can absorb Alaia's tear stains around her eyes to keep her nice and fresh. For dental care and grooming essentials, I like to use a detangler hairbrush on her ears and her tail to make sure that I am getting some of that hair out in a gentle way. And I found that when I use a flea comb, it traps a lot of hair and it's very easy to clean afterwards. I also like to file her nails daily so that way they don't get too long and she doesn't start scratching by accident. And I like to use a professional grade nail file, the kind that is good for acrylic nails, that is very good and sturdy. And something else that I love to do daily is to brush her teeth. And I love to use this baby toothbrush. I put a little bit of this peanut butter dog toothpaste and she licks it a little bit, and then I continue to go inside her mouth nice and gently and get her teeth nice and clean to make sure that we are avoiding any type of buildup that can cause issues down the line, such as cavities or even tooth loss. And something else that I like to do weekly is to clean her ears to make sure that she does not develop an infection later on, using either ear wipes or a solution. And I got this tip from Dr. Jones at Veterinary Secrets, using a facial toner, which is a witch hazel with aloe vera, and it's alcohol free. This method has worked wonderful for us. For feeding essentials, I like to use either ceramic or stainless steel. A good rule of thumb, depending on the Cavalier's height, is to get a 4 to 7 inches tall dog food bowl. And over here we have a licking mat. I like to use a 1-ingredient peanut butter and put it on top. Leave it in the freezer and then use it whenever I need to create a distraction. To make things easier, I will leave a checklist that you can refer to. And for more, I have created a free puppy care guide that you can find in the description box. Thank you very much for spending this time with us today, and we will see you next time.